joining us for a heat of the Silver Goblets and Nickalls Challenge Cup. At the top of your screen is Thames Rowing Club, Russell and Cartissier against Valbirk and Mortensen of Denmark on the right-hand side of your screen. The form book here is going to be with the Danish narrowly missing out on qualification for the Paris Olympic Games. They were half of their men's four.
Well, one thing I would say, Jess, as a theme of this regatta is just how many people who didn't quite qualify at that Olympic regatta have come here to Henley to try their arm on the world's most famous rowing course. And it is great to see the Danish bringing a fleet of boats over, not least this pair of Valbirk and Mortensen, as you say, fourth at the final qualification regatta. They're only the top two qualified. They were in the men's four. They were seventh at World Cup 1. So this is a boat that we would expect to go deep into this competition. But on the far side, Thames Rowing Club, no introduction needed. I think I've already used up my hyperbolic Callan on them today. They are one of those standout club programs, but it's going to take a feat of extraordinary strength and resilience to overcome a Danish boat who will be here with not only a win on their mind, but actually retribution. Fourth place, top two qualifying for the Olympics. They'll be gutted to have missed out, and they would love to take home the Silver Goblets and Nickalls Challenge Cup.
Thames aren't giving them all their own way, are they, here? We see this really young Thames crew. Both of these rowers here actually didn't qualify last week. And it turned out they got a tap on the shoulder because another crew that had qualified actually couldn't come to race. They were the fastest losers qualifiers, so they said, hold on a second, guys, keep the riggers on your boat, you're going to be in next week.
Well, both of these boats then with experiences of just missing out before finding a piece of water to claim some redemption. But it looks to me, this Danish boat just showing us how to row the pair in choppy conditions. There's no fuss at either end. They're keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, and they have now exercised their superior pedigree, and they've got a margin of control over this one.
You'd probably say the hardest boat class to row here on the Henley course, Tom.
Yeah, it's really difficult, as you say. In the single, it's just one of you, right? So you are technically in control of everything that happens. Ooh, there we go. We can just see an exhibition there on maybe how not to do the pair, but it's two people, it's one oar each. It means that you have to be so perfectly synchronized with your counterpart, and if you're not, things like that can happen. And in choppy water, when there's one oar on either side, it means that you're exposed at either end of the stroke to the balance of the boat. But the Danish, nice and composed, nice and relaxed. It also so often means when you're in the lead, you're able to just relax into your stroke, and the better technique tends to come to the fore. And Thames trying their hardest. I'm sure they'll have a great cheer passing Remenham, but not able to regain terms here.
Yeah, at the bow seat there, Barnaby Russell, Charles Cartissier in front of him with the Westminster pink on his shirt. Both young, 19 and 21 years of age, are just back over from the States to come and row at Henley. They're both at university over there at Columbia. So this is a short project. They've just come back from studying and come down this course to race against huge internationals like the Danish. They're bringing on a good show.
And what a privilege, right, to line up on the Henley Straits. This is what's so fantastic about this regatta, is that you can boat next to Olympic champions. You can find yourself on the starting blocks next to world champions. And that's the great leveller, I call it, Henley Royal Regatta. Schoolboys, schoolgirls, Olympians and everything in between. And this Danish crew, I'm sure, will be congratulating the Thames boat over the line, and that's the camaraderie that comes with these gladiatorial contests.
Push there from Thames, they're coming back. You always want to put in a good show down the stewards' enclosure. The Danish have got this in control, but you also want to keep one eye on them because these boats are smaller boats, got a huge turn of pace. I think the Danish have done just enough to keep ahead. And they have that crossing of the finish line. Just a slight bit of clear water. It's a win in the Silver Goblets and Nickalls for Valbirk and Mortensen of Denmark over Russell and Cartissier.